Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
Are we?
Comicsology Live from New York City.
Did we ever really leave?
From New York City.
You know how, like, when you're a kid and you think your teacher lives at school? Like, maybe we live in this closet.
Maybe we do.
Yeah.
We just got these chairs. These new chairs.
No one can see the chairs. Look, you cannot see the chairs. Look, see.
Use your imagination with the chairs. Hi, Mike Rappin.
Hi, Mike Rappin.
What's the phrase that Mike Rappin hates when I say? I don't know. That's why, like, the first thing that pops into my head when Mike appears. What does Mike hate that I should say? I won't do that to you, Mike. I'm sorry.
Good, because I hate it too.
Oh,
I know exactly what it is.
Sorry, everybody. Looks like it's an intervention on Facebook Live. And that's a big piece of crap.
Thank you, Mike. I missed the couch too. I do not like the chairs.
It's 1 week, okay? Everyone cool out, you know?
Although, perhaps I should just... Ooh,
wow,
see,
yeah,
I did
wow,
it.
See, you just hit
he yelled at me before the show. He's like, don't kick the table. It makes the
Never
mic move.
listens to me.
In the first 5 minutes, that's what I
Mike,
do.
you don't have any voting shares on this couch
I'm
situation
just gonna, like,
right now.
Lounge.
Rest in peace, my face. So a lot of books came out this week.
So many, and I read a lot of them.
Books. How many books did you read this week?
Like, all of them.
9 out of 10, Mike. I knew it. I knew that was it. I just wasn't going to say anything.
Hi, Jerome. Hi, who else? Mike. 2 mics.
2 mics.
2 mics for the price of
We've never
one.
had 2 mics.
Big day.
Watch the show live before.
This
is
day.
historic.
Big mic day. All right.
What do you want to do first?
We're
I'm going to take a wild guess as to what book you're going to do first.
Okay.
Imagine if
Look,
Fear
I did
Agent,
it again.
Imagine if
Hi,
Fear Agent
Brandon.
was coming out monthly. This is what we live in now with Lou and Wicked the Divine.
Okay, first of all, no, nothing ominous about that. It's fine. We're fine. Everything is great. No one's gonna die. No one's gonna cry. Hey, Louise. Hey, Mikey.
3 mics watching the stream.
Mike cubed. I don't even know what to say about this book. I just, like, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, so I feel like I actually can't say anything at all, because you honestly just, like, have to read it and then, like, scream.
Oh my God.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Kieran and Jamie can hear us all screaming.
They're watching.
I
know for a fact they're both watching right now.
So, basically, hey, Felix. Felix is from Puerto Rico. Look, we're like such an international show.
We really are. I feel it.
Yeah. Although Puerto Rico is technically America.
So international right now. It's not even funny.
International in that
in
if
spirit.
You scream, you could hear it around the world when you read WICDIV, because
is this like Red Wedding for WICDIV? Do people like get married and then they get like murdered?
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
Like they're like knives are going up their innards.
No, because the Wicked and the Divine is not gross.
People die in it, though, right?
They do die. Or do they?
There's blood and brains.
Or do they?
I didn't read this issue, so if you're upset about that description about bloody innards, I have nothing to do with it.
In any case, okay, Dennis, you're from Europe. What part of Europe? I feel like Europe's a big place.
Europe is a big place.
I'm not an expert on Europe, but I have been to a few places. All right. Wicked and Divine. So, first of all, like, you're going to want to go back and reread every single issue, because, like, everything you thought you knew is wrong.
What?
Literally everything.
Are they not gods? Is this some child's dream, and the child wakes up, and it's been, like, a storybook?
Please stop guessing.
Okay. I'll stop.
Anyway, I also just wanted to mention, because it's beautiful, the Russell Donnerman and Matt Wilson variant cover. I know, right? So you definitely need to read WICDIV. Read all of them, 1 through 33, and then hit me up on Twitter and we'll cry together. It'll be great.
Where's everyone watching from? Is anyone in Philadelphia right now? We'll be best friends forever.
Is that where you live?
Right outside of Philadelphia. Speaking of the United States of America. Evolution, depending on your pronunciation. You know, there's evolution has happened for millennia on this planet. You know, people evolve. Reading the...
I could peer out the window and look at Mike.
I'm waiting for the silhouette of Mike's body to show in front of the door frame that we're in right now. So Evolution is kind of this sci-fi horror book from Image. And it tells about, there's a lot of writers, there's a lot of people creating this book, but there's a few stories that it tells, and it starts out with a guy in, like, urgent care. Someone is standing outside the door right now. It's creeping me out. And this doctor at urgent care gets this kid in, and the mother is like, something wrong with him. I don't know what his deal is. He finds gills.
The boy ain't right.
The boy ain't right. The doctor sees gills on his neck, and he's, like, freaked out. And he gives him some meds. Yeah, this will fix you right
Is
up.
it like that new Del Toro movie where the lady falls in love with the fish?
I'm actually not a big...
Maybe this lady fell in love with the fish, and this is her son now.
We'll have to find out in issue 2.
Okay.
And then they show a nun in Italy trying to help someone in a church. This guy's, like, grossly mutated. He's got, like, a monster arm, and he kills himself in the church because he's so just ashamed of himself. And then there's another story that they're showing these two girls who are taking an old film to a family friend. And then there's another person who's, like, mutating into something. So the short version of this is there's people that are evolving in strange ways all over the world, and it's bad news.
Okay, so not to be pedantic.
Oh, gosh.
But it is...
Can I get that on a shirt with your face?
Shut up. Not to be pedantic. I'm not a scientist or anything, right? But I'm pretty sure that evolution doesn't happen in, like, days.
I'm not sure if you've ever read a comic book, Lou.
Well.
But some wild stuff happens.
Wow.
We have to suspend disbelief for
Are you
just...
fake geek girling me on Facebook Live?
You just described a comic book about gods that come back to Earth, and you're telling me that evolution cannot happen in 24 hours. That's too much for you.
It is. There you go.
Get it out of here.
Okay.
Read it. Evolution.
All right. Are you ready?
Yep.
This is a little bit outside of my usual fare. Jumping in to the Valiant universe even more. So all I know of the Valiant universe is Valiant High, which was one of the first Comixology original titles. It was super fun. That was Daniel Kibblesmith and Derek Charm, right? Yeah. So my entire conception of all the Valiant characters is high school kids.
So that works. The system worked in this case.
Right? And then I was like, ooh, NINJAK is starting with a number 1. Actually, there was a 0. And then here's the number 1. And I was like, yeah, I can, like, I know about Colin. I can do it. And I really loved this, actually. So, my favorite thing about this is that it actually gives, like, a reason for the K at the end of Ninja, because there's, like, the Ninja program, and so the first one was Ninja A, and then there was, like, you know, the alphabet.
Right.
Which, if you're a dork like me, you have to sing the alphabet song when they mention one of them so you could, like, know where in the ninja succession they are. I'm not good with the alphabet, apparently. But, yeah, Ninjab, right? Like, thank you, Christopher. I assume that killer shirt is a pun or play.
Oh, don't reveal anything. Don't even guess like I did. I hope I didn't guess it right.
You didn't. You very much did
It's someone's
not.
nightmare. They're just waking up from a nightmare and it's not real. Is that it?
No.
Blink twice if it is.
So basically in this new NINJAK, someone is like offing all of the like old retired ninjas, and NINJAK is like, I should probably figure out what's going on with that because like that's going to be a problem for me at some point. Also, I had no idea that Colin and Amanda, aka Livewire, were like
Lovers?
sort of a thing.
Oh,
Kind of a thing.
really?
I want more of that. I love emotionally unavailable super spy romance. That's like totally right up my alley.
It's your jam.
It totally is, yeah.
What about James Bond then? You don't like James Bond?
The only thing is that I feel like Livewire is like pretty, like, she's like a BAMF, but like Bond girls are a little bit not, they don't feel like full characters sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, we're missing some comments.
We are.
Wait, okay, hold up my hood, and then it'll be black.
Austin was asking about the Autumn Lands. He's wondering if it went on hiatus or what the story is. I'm actually not too sure.
There it is, yeah.
Dustin was asking about The Man Who Laughs. We'll talk about that in a second.
Got Man Who Laughs.
First appearance of The Man Who Laughs, I think, was in Dark Metal. Mike Rappin, thank you. Do you guys know what's up? Oh, yeah, he asked the end. Do you know Autumn Lands? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll get the intern on it.
Yeah.
The intern may or may not be Mike Rappin.
Anyway, so, like, if you are looking for a new sort of cool superhero universe and you haven't hopped into the Valiant world yet, I think that this NINJAK would be a good place to start. It's Christos Gage, Tomas Giorello, and Diego Rodriguez. So, check it out. Look.
I love the cover.
I know.
He's ripped.
Also, there's a lot of, like, really stereotypical British stuff in this that cracks me up, like tea and British swear. Basically, I feel like I read, like, a lot of the dialogue in Michael Caine's voice.
Oh, Christos Gage.
Yeah.
Gage.
Yeah.
Christos did, I think, my all-time favorite Rogue comic books. X-Men Legacy, a couple years back.
Oh.
Right, let's get into the horror show. That is, if you like horror movies and Batman, you should read Dark Metal, The Batman Who Laughs. And that's how you have to read the title out loud. Even if you haven't been reading the Dark Metal series, you can kind of just read this book as what's probably the most messed up thing that could ever happen to Batman.
I mean, besides his parents being murdered?
Yeah, what's worse than that? And what would make him go insane? Well, you should read this book. Christmas wrote most of Netflix's Daredevil, really. Mm-hmm. He probably didn't write that really bad episode with Foggy Nelson finding out that he's Daredevil, which was one of the worst television episodes I've ever witnessed.
You mean your twin?
I quit. I quit. Somebody called me Foggy on our YouTube, and it was emotionally scarring. I never wanted to do anything ever again. All right, so this issue is messed up. It's kind of like, it could be like a What If issue or an Elseworlds.
I really like his face hat.
His face hat. Yeah, he's a screwy individual. So the book opens up with Joker. You know, it's like the worst day in Batman's life, which is a callback to many things about the Joker. Like, he's the Joker. He became the Joker on like one bad day. Everyone's dead. Joker releases like this gas to poison all of Gotham. Sure. Batman ends up making the ultimate decision with the Joker.
That's very sad.
Wink, you know, what is he ever going to kill the Joker? Why doesn't he just kill him and save future lives? So this time, he does. And something happens with that death to Batman, which is like Joker's final joke. And it's horrifying.
Wow, yeah, there's some like messed up stuff in here.
What can you show? Maybe that. I don't think that's a spoiler.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It's horrifying.
Yeah.
The artist, is it Riley Rossmo, I think. Mm-hmm. Just great dynamic art in this book, and very dark. It's like, you want an R-rated horror movie.
He's got those, like, gross yellow teeth.
And his lip is, like, gone. Listen, there's just a lot of horrifying things that happen. Everyone involved with this book should be in a mental institution.
Should we talk about a happier book?
Okay.
So, like, Fence #1. First of all, I really love weird esoteric sports, right? As you know.
Yes, I do know that.
I talk about gymnastics all the time. I could get into fencing.
Really?
Because it's like, you know, first of all, fencing and ballet have very similar foot positions. So, like, I kind of want to try fencing now. But anyway, this book is so cool. It's
great cover.
It's so, yeah, it almost reminds me of, like, sports manga, kind of, too. There are some, like, you could definitely see the manga influence in some of the sequences and
it does look
some
very
of the
manga-inspired, but with a wider color palette, obviously.
Yeah, it has. So, you know, it's, Joanna the Mad is the artist, which I don't know who that is, but freaking love the name. The actual Joanna the Mad, like the historical Joanna the Mad, was Queen of Castile and Aragon in the Renaissance. So, like, I don't know if there's, like, a connection there, but Joanna, call us. Anyway, it's basically about... So fencing, I feel like, is kind of like a rich person sport.
Yeah, it's like polo. Right?
It's expensive. Yeah, and it's hard. Like, I don't know where you even would go to learn fencing.
Probably, like, expensive universities. I think, like, Harvard and... Well, actually, no. Don't most colleges have a fencing program?
I have no idea.
I feel like they do.
I went to public school. Who knows? So anyway, there's this kid who's, like, you know, he's kind of poor, but he, like, has some talent, and he's, like, working really hard, and he really wants to, like, you know, get a scholarship get a fencing scholarship, and he goes to this tournament and he has to fight like the best kid in their division, and he loses. Spoiler. And so then he's like, you know, I'm going to keep working. I'm going to get better. And he is trying to get a scholarship to this one school. And guess who goes to the school?
Who?
Well, I'm not going to tell you because it'll be a spoiler.
The Batman who laughs.
Oh my God, Erin like knows a lot about fencing.
She's a smart person.
Apparently,
3 fencers.
Wow.
To the Olympics.
Wait, I missed the awful pun. Andy. Oh, expensive. Nice. Nice.
That one was worth your reaction.
That was good. Anyway, this book is really fun. It's written by C.S. Picot, and I just, you know, sometimes it's just nice to have like a little sort of like, there's no superheroes, there's no, you know what I mean? It's like literally, it's kind of like slice of life, sportsy, relationships, emotional, sort of. Sometimes you need that.
Sometimes,
it's so pretty.
Sometimes superhero comics are too pedantic. You know?
No.
Right?
I don't think so.
Speaking of superheroes, I'm going to talk about briefly.
Oh, I did it again. I keep hitting the table with the camera on it.
It's not like I told her before we started or anything.
You know what? The fact that you told me probably is the reason I've done it 3 times.
Conan, Wonder Woman, they fight and ride a shark. That's all I'm going to say about that issue. So if you're into that, you're going to love that. I actually read The Girl Who Handcuffed Houdini.
Oh my.
Minky Woodcock. Hard Case Crime. I know, to be fair, I know nothing about this kind of line from Titan Comics, but it's very, you know, the cover is almost
Brandon.
like... it's like crime noir novel. And it's drawn visually like that as well. Written and drawn by the same person. Cynthia Von Bueller. I'm trying to find a very, you know... Here's a spread of the art here. It starts out with this girl who works for her father. She wanted to be in his detective agency, but her brother ended up getting the job. So it's Woodcock and Son, and she's the secretary.
What?
But
I'm already mad.
They're out of town, and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle comes and has a job for her father, who's out of town. So she's like, he left me in charge. Don't worry about it. I can do it. Mm-hmm. I need you to investigate Harry Houdini.
Yes. Good for her.
Because he's getting into some kind of weird stuff. I don't like his act. It freaks me out. I think he's getting into the supernatural, and I want you to get to the bottom of it.
Oh my. There's naked
And
ladies.
let me just say, in order to get to the bottom of it, she needs to go to a nude seance. That's what's happening right there.
You know what? I have studied...
Nude seances?
Well, no. But I have studied the spiritualism movement, which is where these seances and this stuff comes from. I feel like...
It gets crazy.
I feel like they may have added that for the visuals.
You sure? We don't know enough about the supernatural to say that they don't have nude seances.
Well, we do know a lot about seances during the early 20th century.
Here's Sir Arthur Conan Doyle coming to the office. I really enjoyed it. I like the idea of someone investigating Harry Houdini.
Why is it only the lady who's naked?
It's a good question. We're going to have to read more to find out. Hopefully there's a reason behind it.
Misogyny.
That's ultimately the reason for most things. The one thing that reminded me of this book, again, The Girl Who Handcuffed Houdini, it reminded me of Lore that I watched on Amazon Video, because it's, you know, it's an encapsulation, I guess, of like the best Lore episodes made into video.
Do you listen to the podcast?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I didn't like it.
You didn't like the show?
No, the show's fine, but I didn't like the podcast.
Why? He has a very certain cadence
Maybe that's it.
when he speaks. The only thing I've ever learned from nude seances is that I need to work on my diet. Brandon is on fire today.
Look,
this is open mic night Wednesdays
everybody is beautiful.
at the Chuckle Hut.
Everybody is beautiful. Listen, did you catch up on Black Tapes yet?
No, because everyone that has listened to it says it's crap. And I love Black Tapes, so I'm like scared.
But I need someone to talk to about my theories, so you're just going to
Well, when you haven't really revealed to me too much. Black Tapes is a podcast about someone investigating the supernatural.
Apocalypse, demons.
Yeah, like, so there's this guy, the black tapes, we can talk about the podcast, who cares? There's this guy that doesn't believe in the supernatural, and he goes out disproving it. So the girl that works at this NPR calls him up, and she just wants to interview this guy. And she sees these tapes on a shelf, and she's like, what are those black tapes? And he's like, oh, those are cases I can't disprove yet. So that leads into a long journey of discovery about what these tapes are, and
they're all connected to the end of the world.
Yeah. So
and it's a conspiracy.
Now, I always thought that these two were going to get together. The main character and the reporter.
And you should listen to season 3.
Really?
I always thought that she was going to get together with Simon Reese, the kid in the mental institution for the criminally insane who can bilocate.
I never would have thought of that.
Really?
No.
Well, that just tells you something about me, I guess.
Get with the guy in the insane ward. Then I'm more interested.
Vampires. Were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Vampires are great. I love vampires.
What's she biting into there?
The world. So this fisherwoman gets turned into a vampire one day. And she's like, I literally just cannot even deal with the world. So she walks into the ocean, and that's where she lives, under the sea. She wears, basically, like, her best friend is a shark, and she wears a jellyfish for a dress, and she's happy under the sea. But then something happens, which I'm pretty sure is pollution of some kind, and her shark friend dies, and everything sucks. So she comes back to the surface, and it's present day, and she has not been, around people for a while, so she's like, oh my god, what is all this stuff? And she needs to figure out how to, like, get by in the real world, so she decides to become a cam girl. Because she can compel people, in some vampire lore, they can, like, make people do things. They can compel you. Like Renfield in Dracula. Where
don't they have to get invited into their house? I guess technically they are if they're on a webcam, maybe?
No, that's to come in your house. But to compel someone to do something, you just have to, like, kind of hypnotize them. So she, like, basically is a cam girl, and then she, like, compels the people who, like,
to give her money?
To give her money and then to kill themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was a big jump. Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
Why don't you milk them for more money instead of just get rid of them right away?
So, it's pretty, like, actually funny. I don't want to, like...
Death is hilarious.
I don't want to make light of it. I'm trying to find something that I can show you that isn't, like, too racy.
You know what I love? Murder.
Like look at the tone of it, the aesthetic tone of it is, like, it isn't, super dark and grim. Like, it's actually very bright and colorful and like, it's not like super realistic looking. The scenario, it's humorous in its way, and it's so much fun. It's really cute. It almost is like, I don't know, if you liked What We Do in the Shadows, I think you would like this one. Okay. Yeah, right? Topical. And like some people are saying in the comments, it's just like an actually interesting, original sort of take on vampire lore that is already really embedded into like vampire stories. It's really cute. Cool. So I liked it.
You know what the best horror movie not starring Tom Cruise is? Fright Night.
Where did that come from?
Talking about vampires.
Oh.
Did you see Thor yet?
No.
You should think about it.
I really want to. I just haven't been able to get to the movie theater.
And I feel about New York City movie theaters.
I won't go to the movies in New York City, and on the weekends,
What if you bring, like, a wet wipe? Or a wet nap?
Maybe if I brought, like, a hazmat tent.
I have. Someone left me one of those, has, like, a suit. Like a painting suit. It's just, like, plastic, and you, like, step into it and zip it up.
Ooh, like a Hannibal murder suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
That's what I need.
I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to talk about necessarily.
I wanted to mention 3 things.
Oh my gosh.
I told you I read all the things. Dr. Aphra 14 is out. This is the first one that has Cy Spurrier joining the writing squad, so it's him and Kieran Gillen writing together. And where we left Dr. Aphra, she had just sort of escaped this very perilous situation. The murder droids had kind of like gone on their merry way. And I think you'll find that she is still very much in a sticky situation, as she often is, and you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same for Dr. Aphra. Okay. She never learns. She never learns.
She never does.
No. I also just wanted to mention that I remember if like a little while ago someone was saying there was a publisher who didn't think that a colorist's name on the cover of a book would sell a book. I will totally pick up anything with Lee Lowridge's name on the cover, by the way. I mean...
Also did Fear Agent. Might have heard of that book.
It's just Lee Lowridge knows his way around
how
colors.
How about Punisher looking like
Also, Punisher looks like John Bernthal.
Bernthal.
Yeah. What do you think about Herod's look like?
John Bernthal's a good-looking man, but the only thing I know him from is Sicario and Walking Dead being the most annoying character in history. I would put up John Bernthal,
wasn't he?
John Bernthal from Walking Dead against Foggy Nelson in like the ultimate most annoying character ever in TV history battle.
So at San Diego Comic-Con, our booth was next to the Marvel booth, and all the actors had to walk around it. And I was very close to John Bernthal.
I saw him. He was wearing a really nice flap-brimmed hat. I gotta give him some credit.
Oh, all right. I also just want to mention that this is happening. And some of you may know that my hoped-for outcome for the Bat-Cat engagement is that she leaves him at the altar, and now my amended hope for outcome is that she leaves him at the altar for Talia.
My gosh,
they're gonna kiss, right?
I heard on the internet that issue is just 20 pages of them kissing.
Rob has a very important question for you.
Why isn't Fear Agent on Comixology anymore? I think Rick's got something cooked up for our boy Heath Houston. We'll see. Let's give Rick.
Should we call him?
Let me
Here, call him.
Boopy, boopy, boopy. Rick, what's the story here? Let's see what Rick has cooked up. I trust Rick.
Did you see the pictures of the Deadly Class cast?
Did I?
Oh.
Yes, I did. Oh my gosh, it's real. He was tweeting photos from the set. They have the logo of the school.
Is it Russo brothers?
Yeah. And Henry Rollins is in it.
What?
Yeah. This is the real deal.
That I missed somehow.
This isn't just some like, they're shooting a pilot, in Vancouver with no names. They got some people attached to this property.
This is very exciting.
This is going to be huge.
There's that. Is there anything happening with Lazarus?
Lazarus is at Amazon, I think.
Yeah, I know.
But I haven't heard or seen, although I'm not sure if
we
I
work
follow
for Amazon.
We do work for Amazon.
We need to call some people and find out what's going on. Call up Jeff Bezos.
Jeff? What's the story with Lazarus on Amazon?
What else? What else is exciting? Runaways?
I'm pretty jazzed about Cloak and Dagger. I saw that one teaser that looked like not your usual Marvel Studios television show, and I was like, I want to watch this.
You know what I'm hoping gets optioned? You're going to like this one.
WICDIV.
No, they've been optioned.
Oh.
Black Hammer. Wouldn't that make a good one?
Lazarus is one of the pilots Slim was just making fun of. I wasn't making fun of anything. Mikey P? You spreading rumors? Get out of here. Oh, the pilot that I said Deadly Class wasn't. Whoops. I didn't mean it that way, Mikey P. I thought we were friends here.
Are we...
Trying to throw me under the bus.
What's up with See You in Europe?
See You in Europe? No plans, unfortunately, Dennis. We hope to expand it in the future, but we don't have anything to announce right now.
If you want to have some kind of like exchange program where you can come stay at my apartment in New York and I'll go live in Europe for a little while, that could work.
I'm sure people love that idea.
Yeah. Where in Europe?
Where in Europe? Lou is already agreeing to the plans she just told you about, and now she wants to know where you live, Dennis.
Well, because, that would be...
Rome. Maybe Dennis is in Rome.
I would move to Rome.
So would I, honestly.
Yeah.
I would move to upstate New York in the mountains, for all I care.
That's where I kind of live.
Paseo? Passaic, New York? That's like 6 hours from here.
Oh, no, that's the other side.
No, it's like 4 hours from here.
Yeah.
Dennis is not opposed to that plan. We don't know where Dennis is. Will Dennis let us know before we sign off where he lives?
If it's Rome.
Is it Rome, the Netherlands?
I do want to move to the Netherlands. You know why? Because they have a really excellent gymnastics team, and they have the best choreography. And Epke Zonderland, whose body is Wonderland, is from the Netherlands.
Andy is in London.
Oh.
London has been tossed up.
I could do like a world tour.
Listen, Amazon Comixology does not condone any of this agreement that we're listening to right now live. Not approved in any way, shape, or form. Just want to put that out there. Save our rear ends.
Team Netherlands, though, for sure.
So next week, I'm not sure if we're going to be on Wednesday. We might be on Tuesday. FYI, we might just talk about a bunch of sales that are happening. Maybe we'll give our picks during the sales.
That's a good idea.
Some golden oldies. Mm-hmm. Because Wednesday's not a great travel day, let's be honest here. The day before Thanksgiving?
No.
You kidding me? Mm-hmm. You kidding me? Dennis will email Amazon. Email Jeff at Amazon.com. See what he says.
Oh, my God.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. We'll see everybody next week. Thanks for watching.